Y'all, it's been so long. I look like I'm practicing a religion. So I'm just gonna take that hood down. Oof. Today we're eating. I got some Wendy's. I got some Checkers. Now, I went to Wendy's because, on their website, they advertise that they have a veggie burger called the Veggie Stack. And I was like, the picture actually looks disgusting. But I was like, well, let me see. And of course, my Wendy's doesn't have it. They're like, we don't have that. I don't know what that is. And I was like, yeah, I have no idea what it is either. So I'll just get some small fries. The only reason I went there was for that. So I didn't even want the french fries there. And but, I didn't want to leave empty-handed. But we got some small fries. Oh, this is kind of big for a small. I think we can all agree Wendy's makes some of the worst french fries. But the burgers are really good. I just don't eat burgers anymore. Okay. I got some ketchup as well. And then, the main meal is Checkers. I got a large fry there, but half of it fell out of my car, I think. Yeah. So, it'd be like that. This is why I should stop driving so crazy. And then I got a 4 count of mozzarella sticks. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, it was so skinny this time. So we got some mozzarella sticks. We got some checker fries. We got some Wendy's. In fact, thumbnail. Wait, let me move my hand. Period. How do I keep them on view? They just won't be. I'm in my bed right now. Which I know you're not supposed to be in your bed. I'm just so comfortable here. So what can I say? I love mozzarella sticks. Now, I would say Checkers, what is this? Checkers. Oh, thank goodness I only got my sweater. French fries are pretty darn good. People don't talk about them a lot, but they're not bad. Yeah, Wendy's is the worst. The best, I think, is obviously McDonald's. KFC is pretty good. No, or Popeyes is really good. I think Popeyes is really good. KFC is whatever. Whataburger is trash. Wendy's is trash. Chick-fil-A used to be pretty up there. But then they changed the formula. What's up with that? And I haven't decided where they are going to be next. Okay. Now, the reason that French fries from Checkers is so good is because I'm pretty sure they put their chicken seasoning on their fries. So, they're really good. I do think they were vegetarian, though. Are they soaked in chicken fat? I don't know. Now, I do know that French fries from McDonald's just are not vegan at all. Because I went there, I asked the people once, I was like, you guys soak this in fat or something? And they're like, no, we soak it in canola oil. Okay, so I thought it was cool. No, the actual ingredient list, like before they get them, when they give them the frozen fries, that shit is soaked in some delicious pig fat or something. And a whole bunch of sugar. Oh my God, a whole lot of sugar. Guys, those French fries are going to kill you. Oh well, they taste so good. That's the only non-vegetarian thing I eat. Now, this is a creation of mine. So it was supposed to be a margarita, but I'm missing a bunch of ingredients. So you just throw different things in here. So now we got tequila, 99 proof, orange liqueur, some lemon lime juice, and some cranberry juice because it was still a lot. Oh, and then to make it red, before we added cranberry juice, we had a bunch of not a bunch, but some 99 proof cherry stuff because it was red. And I made this originally on Valentine's Day. Oh my God. I added so much juice. It's still so strong. But it's not as bad. This isn't bad, actually. This is good. Okay, I'm not finishing that. But as soon, I mean, I can't keep having it just sit in my fridge and be like, Mommy, drink me. Mommy, drink me. Speaking of Valentine's Day. So, the whole clip of Drew Afro came out. Ends up she didn't even say that on Valentine's Day. Whatever. Maybe someone asked her for the advice. Maybe someone didn't. My response to it, I think I put it on TikTok. Stays the same pretty much. I don't know why self-love becomes a conversation when talking about romantic love. And this is from the perspective of someone who will probably die single. Guys, I have not been on a date in over a year. And to be honest with you guys, it's not intentional. I wish I could say, and I've decided to take myself out of the narrative when it comes to dating. I don't need no man. I don't want no man. I will be single forever. I wish that I could say that was me. But really, I have tried to go on dates. Now, this is before I deleted Tinder. Now, I deleted Tinder the weekend of Thanksgiving. Okay, so since then, that was intentional. But everything before then, we're in February now. So all that before then was not intentional, not going on dates. And like I said, it's been over a year. It could have been 2 years by now. It may have been 2 years. I'm thinking about my last date. Yeah, I think it's been over 2 years. Everyone blends in together. But if the last date I've ever been to is who I think it was, that technically wasn't even a date. Because I asked him about it. And he said, I didn't consider that a date. I just thought we were hanging out. And then I ran into the street. You know, honestly, guys, it is okay. I will survive. And I want to start with the whole self-love thing. I drip with self-love, okay? I'm not sitting here saying that I never get doubtful. I always think I'm the best and yada, yada, yada. Like, obviously, I do have insecurities. One sec. I talk about this. And also, more than that, that's not the conversation we were having. No one, if we can agree that romantic love and self-love are two different types of love, why do you keep bringing it up? Someone on my TikTok, she made a good point. Or they, I don't know. Made a good point. You know, romantic love shouldn't be a prize for self-love. Exactly. So if someone says, I wish I had a boyfriend, I wish I had a girlfriend, I wish I was in a relationship, when you say, you need to learn how to love yourself, I'm going to jump through your phone and pop you in the fucking face. Because no one brought that up except you. And for whatever reason, you guys just think that people that aren't in relationships must be insecure or something. Like, I truly don't know where it's coming from. It's so annoying. Now, more than that, I need all the people that aren't in relationships and want to go to relationships. You need to stop asking people in relationships, what do I do? Stop asking for love advice. You're never going to get any. There's no love advice that you can be happy with. Because they'll either come up with the self-love bullshit, and that's annoying. Or they'll actually give you advice, and that advice is going to, either you've already been doing it, and you're like, okay, so what else? Or it's changing something about you fundamentally. Which I personally don't think you need to be changed fundamentally just to get with somebody, you know? Because the whole point, in my opinion, of being in a relationship isn't like, oh, I'm less lonely, someone's with me, but someone that truly accepts you, that is with you. That's what makes a relationship so great. Now, get away from me. My cat's trying to eat my food. Get down. Like him pretending like he's not noticing. He's like, well, no, me, I would never do such a thing. I'm looking at the ghost in the sky. Yeah. This nigga just ate. This is why I need a gore cat. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. The only reason you want to be in love, in my opinion, is because you found someone that's like for you, you know? Like they accept you for whatever. So why would you want to change yourself to be accepted for whatever? That doesn't work. And at some point, you're going to either hate yourself more or hate them more. Because you'll be like, why don't you understand me? I just couldn't be with someone like that. Why don't you understand me? You know, you can play whoever character you want to play for a little bit. But then it begins to hurt. Especially if you do something that is so not you. Like, that's nothing like you. And you realize you're, the person you're in the relationship likes that. Like, they like the thing that's so not like you. And you're like, damn. Now I have to pretend to be somebody else forever. Or else you don't like me. Wow, like you literally don't like me. Whatever. Never been me. I've never been in a relationship. But I am afraid of something like that ever happening. Which is why I cannot change something that is me fundamentally. Which is why I'm saying that's like the only advice you get. Either lower your standards. I cannot be with someone I do not find attractive. I do not like men enough, first of all, to deal with that. Like, I genuinely do not like men enough that I think I could be with an ugly man. I mean, if I ever end up with an ugly man, if that ever happens, y'all, I'm in love. But I think it's easier to fall in love with someone that you find attractive, you know? At least that's the goal for me. And some people, they have attractive features. So, like, if you see my guy and he has an ugly face, just assume his body's crazy. Okay? Get away. Get away from me. Oh my God. What's the other advice people give? Self-love. What's number 2? Oh, change yourself fundamentally. Or number 3, when you're not looking for it, that's when it's gonna come. How did you find your guy? Oh, well, we matched on Tinder. No. I haven't been looking since Thanksgiving. No one has sprayed above me. Oof. No one has appealed, is my point. No one's appealed. I think it's definitely interesting being a young black girl. And of course, oh, the weird. I'm so weird. I'm a weird black girl. But I feel like I'm not the ideal looking black woman. Not to say my body's not tea and I'm not beautiful and yada, yada, yada. But you know what I mean. You know, my hair is not ideal for black, in when it comes to black women. My body is not super like this and ideals for black women. And of course, maybe the stuff I'm mentioning is fetishization of black women. And we can talk about that and yada, yada, yada. But there are some black women whose body is crazy. You know what I'm saying? And whose hair is so soft and you can just, it's easy hair. Or they always have, their hair done and it's like amazing, whatever. Right now, I have like nothing. I don't have money to be putting wigs on and all that stuff. I don't know. I just feel like I don't look like the ideal woman or the ideal black woman. And already, speaking of being the ideal black woman aren't the ideal women in general. And now we can talk about racism for 50 minutes. Okay, you get what I'm saying though, right? And so now I'm already a black woman and I'm not the ideal black woman. I do always wonder, does that affect me ever having the chance of falling in love? Because sometimes, and I know this is about to sound really evil, but I'm going to say it anyway. Sometimes I see ugly white women in relationships. And I'm like, I am way harder than you. Sometimes I see pretty white women in relationships. And I'm still like, I am way harder than you. And in my head, I'm like, I already know men are such visual creatures. Like, I think there are more women who are in love with guys that they consider ugly, and then there are men that are with women that they consider ugly. Does that matter? Does that make sense to you? If I get a relation, the inside that counts, whatever. But I don't think, a man's gonna. This is what I think men think of me. Or maybe it's true, maybe it's not. But I think men think I'm a fuck buddy. In fact, I know that's what men think of me. I think men think I'm pretty. I think some men are particularly obsessed with the way I look. Sure. And for whatever reason, it tends to be older men, but maybe it's because older men just tell me more than younger men, or really to tell me. I don't know. Regardless, I do not think many men think of me as relationship material. And maybe it's because the way I dress, or the way I talk, like the jokes I make, and I don't know, my personality, like whatever. Maybe it's just not relationship material for guys. And so I feel like whether I'm waiting or not isn't going to make guys change their mind, Oh, you're not looking for it. Sometimes I'm like, well, now, if I want to be in a relationship, don't I have to be looking for it? Because I feel like I'm already going against so much stuff. And though right now I am in a period where I'm intentionally not looking to date people, that doesn't mean I want to end up alone. And more than that, the whole reason, sometimes it feels like I'm not even really doing anything intentionally. Like, oh, I'm not going to date anyone. Well, you chose that after you were trying to date someone and you weren't on a date for a whole year. You get what I'm saying? So are you choosing this, or are you just now falling into it? You're just giving up. And low-key, it is definitely more of a give up. It's kind of like I'm tired of being disappointed. Because if the guy I think that was my last date, if he really, yeah, oh my God. It's so sad. If he really was my last date, yeah, it really did hurt my feelings when he was like, I didn't consider those dates, and I'd like to be fuck buddies, pretty much. Not fuck buddies. He did say that. Not essentially. He did say, I like you in a fuck buddy kind of way. Or no, friends with benefits kind of way. Excuse me. I like you in a friends with benefits kind of way. Like, what do I even do with that anymore? Mind you, we never kissed. We never held hands. We never fucked. Why are you undressing me right now in your head? Why are you telling me? Because I get having perversions and you can't help it. You're a man. And obviously women have perversions as well. But you didn't need to tell me about them. You didn't. And that's like the thing. I was like, this whole time, all this time we've been hanging out, I was really liking him. Like, I would come home. I remember our first date, guys. That wasn't a date. It wasn't a date. It wasn't a date. But I'll describe it to you anyways. I talk about this guy all the time on here. But I feel like I think this is my first time explaining what happened on the date. And it was so nice. So we went on 3 dates altogether. The first one was really good. The second one was pretty bad. It was just like level. The third one was really good again. So the first one. We were in class together. We had class together. He DM'd me after our class is over, okay? We never talked out. I don't think we ever talked at all the entire class. I may have made a reference to him at some point. He may have mentioned me at some point. Like, if the teacher said, give a critique, it's an improv writing class, okay? This is some SCAD bullshit. Improv writing class. Okay, I know you guys want to kill yourself hearing about it, but that we were both in the same class together. I was particularly quiet. He's particularly quiet. We were both pretty good on stage. I was better on stage. Guys, I think back to then, I'm like, someone put me on SNL now. But, obviously learning, yada, yada, yada. I'm not saying I was perfect. Jeez. There were some people that were just so funny. Yeah, that was a fun class. Anyways, that class is over. The end of the semester, or technically a quarter. We were all following each other on Instagram. He DMs me. And I don't remember. He was just like, we need to hang out one day. I was like, period. Let's do it. Let's do it. Because I had always thought he's so cute. He's so cute. He's so cute in class. I always thought that. He was so cute. I always thought he dressed so well. And I already knew everyone thought I dressed so well. Because everyone's telling me how well I dress. But I didn't know if he thought I was cute too. I know I'm cute. But I don't know if he thinks I'm cute. Obviously, he just asked me out. Now I know he does think I'm cute. But then again, you don't need to think someone's cute to want to fuck them. We're fast forwarding now, though. But let's rewind again. So, he asked me out. I said yes. Okay, I don't remember every conversation. We were talking, we were yapping, we were funny, ha ha ha. Some of it was really cringy, though. Like, I'd kill myself before I show anyone those text messages. Oh my God, like rip my skin off because we would play bits. I can't talk about it. I literally, because some of them I forget because when I want to wipe my memory, it's gone. It never happened. I just remember being embarrassed enough to have to wipe that from my head. But anyways, I don't remember if we talked a lot before or after the first date. That's not a date. But anyways, the first date, I decided what we're going to do. And I was like, oh, I do not eat in front of guys the first time I hang out with them. I literally did say that, something like that. And I was like, let's go to a drink. I wanted to go to a Mexican restaurant. I want to get some margaritas. And we were just going to get some drinks there. So we get there. He's like, order what you want. He's going to pay. Well, if you're paying, literally, I said, well, if you're paying. I look into the bartender, give me an extra large margarita with slushy. Was it slushy? Extra large slushy margarita with a tahini rim, please. Thank you. Okay. What do you want, sir? I'll get a beer. Literally. So, I should not have gotten the extra large because I did not finish that thing. But by the end of the conversation, I'm looking into his eyes. The way I'm licking this rim, you're so like, it's disgusting drunk. I was probably looking so cute. Low-key, I probably looked so cute, looking so drunk. I wasn't super drunk. Like, I was able to walk in straight line. I was tipsy. And, well, at that point, I was probably drunk. I got tipsy. Like, I, sobered up. Yeah, I definitely, because we went to other places before. Thank God we went to other places. So I had time to sober up low-key. But, it was like a fun drunk, though. And it wasn't like a at the club drunk. It wasn't with, like, I'm with friends drunk. It was like I just happened to get drunk. And I realized that halfway through my extra large margarita. And that's when I'm like, get this margarita away from me, please. Great, cool. The margarita is gone. It's just me and him. He pays the bill. He told me why he doesn't drink much because he gets hives and shit. I was like, that sucks for you. I love drinking. But in my head, huh?
There was a gold package on the counter.
Oh, I didn't know that was ours because it said apartment 3.
Right.
So I gave it to apartment 3. Or I just put it on their desk, the white desk in there.
The white desk.
Like right when you go outside. Finally. Oh, okay. He finishes the he pays for the bill. I don't know where I was at. He pays for the bill. When he pays for the bill, he's like, oh, want to go to the rooftop bar where he used to live. Yeah, I do want to go to the rooftop bar where he used to live. Should I Uber us over there? I was like, no, let's just walk. So we're walking. We walk all the way over there. It's a pretty far walk, but we look so cute. I remember what I was wearing now. I was like, what was I wearing? I was wearing a knockoff Skims dress, so tight, and some tall boots. And which means the Skims dress, or the knockoff at least, tiny, tiny, tiny steps. But he would wait up for me, which was so nice. But I remember thinking, he's not going to hold my fucking hand. I do remember thinking that. He never held my hand. He never held my waist. Nothing. I was like, whatever. Fuck you. Anyways, we walked to the place. It's so fancy. It's so nice. And am I about to mistake dates? No. Okay. So wait, some of the dates are blending in together. Is that? No, this must have all been the first days. I'm almost positive. And so we go to this rooftop bar. It's so cute. I take a picture of downtown Savannah. I'm like, whoa, so cute. I get another little drink. I don't finish it. I told him, maybe I don't need a drink. He's like, no, I'm paying. I mean, get a drink. I'm paying for it. So I was like, he is paying for it. He wasn't doing it weird. He wasn't trying to get me drunk like that. We actually had a conversation about that later. It was whatever. He's a really nice guy. He really was. Besides that, he just wanted to fuck me. But that's for a guy, he's really nice. And we have another drink. We're joking. We're laughing. And I don't know what it is about me. Men love to laugh at me. Men find me fucking hilarious. I mean, he's laughing his ass off. Literally, the ass had jumped away from him. It's just now body and legs. It was crazy. Like, he was very uncomfortable the rest of the night. That's so stupid. I'm sorry. While we were drinking at the rooftop bar, at some point I do say, oh, well, I'm never having sex on the first date again. I think I said that. I don't remember why. We were talking about relationships or something, and I was like, oh no, I cannot do it. I was like, not on the first date, or not. Like, the next time I have sex with someone, it's because I'm either in love with that person, or I know we're going to be together for a good while. Like, we're official. And because in my head, at the end of the day, I do always assume a guy wants one thing. Lauryn Hill made a song about it, okay? And I literally was like, let me just make that clear. And I kind of throw it out there as if like, oh, I'm so drunk. I just said the first thing that came in my mind. But no, that was a very intentional thing I said. And maybe that's one of the reason he never touched me, even the 3 times whatever. Which is crazy to me because I was like, we don't need a fuck to kiss. Is that possible? We can kiss and not like have our hands inside of one another. You get what I'm saying? Whatever. It's impossible these days. But I say that to him. I mean, he takes it well. He doesn't say anything. I remember clocking it, but I've forgotten that day a little bit, so it's not that deep. And he was really nice. And then after that, he got an Uber, and we went to the river, which I'm always at the river, but I never was at that section of the river, and it was so cute. I may be splitting up dates, but we were definitely at the river with him at some point. And we were like laughing. This must have been a different date. Maybe it wasn't. I'm trying to remember my outfit. I'm like, because he caught an Uber. Would he have caught an Uber just to the river? Were we that far from the river? I think his idea was he didn't want me to walk too far. So maybe we were that far from the river. Anyways, we're at the river. I think this happens on the first date. If it doesn't, it happens on the third date, okay? It's either the first or the third date this happens. But we're at the river, and we are laughing, and we are having such a good time. And we're walking around the pier, and I am a little afraid of heights. So there was some parts where I was like, I don't like being here. But it was fine. Like, we were hanging out. And he talked about his family. I talked about my family. We had a great conversation. It was fantastic. I go home, and I tell all my friends that was the best first date I've ever been on. So, of course, how do we get to date number 2? And maybe I'm bugging him. Like, that's embarrassing. I have to look back and be like, was I bugging him? Be like, when are we going out again? I never said that, but I may have. mentioned it twice, which I do think is too much. I usually never ask it, but I was like, I want to go on a date with you. I enjoy spending, I don't know. So embarrassing. I hate liking people. And so we go on another date. This time it's the morning. He walks at nighttime. Where was I walking back then? No, I was working at H&M, so my hours were different. Anyways, we end up going on a date, and it's a brunch, and he is so sleepy. He's sleepy, and like not mad, but he wasn't happy to be there. Because at some point we were talking about the state of the fucking world. I was like, why are we talking about depressing shit right now? Let's talk about global warming. I was like, it's breakfast time. And so he was so sleepy, and his sleepiness rubbed off on me because I remember being sleepy too at the end. And by the end of it, he was like, okay, bye, see you later. Like, he didn't walk me to my car. He usually walks me to my car. He didn't even walk me to my car. He just leaves from the restaurant. And I was like, wow, that was rough. And so I thought, damn, whatever. So we had one really good date. The second date was pretty shitty. Like, yeah, that was a bad date. Finally, third one comes by. And the third one I was watching The Sopranos. We hadn't gone out in a while, but finally, he knows I'm watching The Sopranos because he always watches my story. He still always watches my story. You know that? To this fucking day. I can bet you money that nigga's watching my story, laughing his ass off. He's like, oh, she's so pretty and funny. Well, too bad you moved to Atlanta or something. I think he lives in Atlanta now. And that's why he does mention at some point he never wanted to be in a relationship. And I get it. I don't get it. Because I've always wanted to be in a relationship. But his whole thing is, if it ends, that's going to be so heartbreaking. And I was like, things end all the time. And he doubled down. He was like, well, yeah, that's why I can never have a pet. Because when the pet dies, I'm going to be devastated. I was like, damn. I guess that's real. That's a good reason to not be in a relationship. So that's real. So we have someone that perpetually does not ever want to be in a relationship. And someone that obviously wants to be in a relationship. I mean, you're right. That was never going to work out. And, respecting his decision now, it's fine. In my opinion, that means if you don't ever want to be in a relationship, you cannot ask for sex all the time then. He didn't ask for sex. He was a really good person, whatever. He thinks differently than me because he's a man. But he really wasn't the worst guy. I'm like going through it. I was like, he's pretty honest all the way through. And it wasn't even honest, like, let's just fuck. Like, no, I do think he genuinely thought of us as friends. But since I'm a female, or I'm a woman, I don't know. I'm a female and I have a podcast and, something about abortion rights. Anyways, since I'm a woman, I think no matter how much of a friend we are, he always also saw she's a woman at the end of the day. And I have sex with women. It's why, what he was thinking. Which, those two things are true. So, I get it. I really do. Doesn't mean I'm not hurt by it. I can get it and still be hurt by someone who is themselves, But, the third date, we go to a restaurant. And so I meet him at his house first. That's what we do. Yeah, I remember because I said, I'll drive us. He's like, I can Uber us. And no, we did get Ubered. That's right. I go to his place because he would never, because he just didn't have a car there. Because he's an exchange student. So now what? I tried to go on a couple of other dates with other people. I'm on the Tinder, I'm on the Hinge. And everyone just stands me up. And that is so fucking sad. I'm like, what is wrong with me? And that's when I do start thinking I'm the ideal black woman. Because I do think it's harder to find love as a black woman. Like, maybe that's not true because there's so many black women who are in love. And I'm so happy for them. I'm so happy for every black woman in love. But tell me, if you're a black girl, do you feel like it's harder for you? Just tell me. Or maybe I'm just all in my head or whatever. And maybe, it's just me. But sometimes I'm like, it's hard because I'm black. And I would never want to be anything else. Like, I love being a black. I love being black. I love being a woman. See what I was trying to say here? Not a black. Okay, Jesus. But y'all, I really do. But I'm like, am I being screwed over because of this? Because sometimes I'm like, I don't know why guys will plan a date and then just never show up. A no-show? I felt the first no-show date I ever went on, I literally was paralyzed. I was like, so when do I walk away? You know? Because it's so embarrassing being there just by yourself waiting for someone to show up. And you're all dressed up and you have your makeup perfectly done and you smell like flowers and everything. And you just stand there, wait. Thank God it wasn't like a real restaurant. So I just waited outside. And I remember I was like, he's not out here. Maybe I should walk inside and maybe he'll be there. And I walk, and I'm like, how will I even know it's him? And how do I walk into a restaurant by myself, like waiting for someone else? I've been in restaurants by myself all the time, but as soon as I'm expecting someone else that time, I was like, everyone's gonna know I'm here to go on a date, you know? I was like, everyone knows. No, obviously no one knew. And so I step in and I step out and I'm texting my friend. I'm like, he didn't show up. He later texts me, oh, sorry, I forgot to text you. My boss got me to work. I don't know if that's true or not, whatever. No, that was before the 3 dates with the guy I just mentioned. But I remember when that happened, I was like devastated. Now, all the dates that happened after the guy with the 3 the 3 dates I mentioned, never happened. Like, they would ask me out, they'd say this day, they'd say good morning every single fucking day. The day of, they forget to say good morning. And I'll say something like, looking forward to tonight. And either I'll hear nothing or I'll hear, oh, I got to cancel because of XYZ. Oh, that's fine. Maybe some other day. And then they never text me again. And sometimes I'll even text back because I'll just like say, wow. Because I'm like, you didn't have to ask me out. I wasn't sitting here so pathetic, so lame, just waiting. And so sometimes I'm like, you guys doing those like ghosting things makes me seem more pathetic than I am. Because I'm like, I'm not that pathetic. Where people are ghosting me. You know, I'm not someone that should be getting ghosted. And it makes no sense to me. Because I already don't even like going on dates. The last date I went on, and I cannot even remember when it was. Oh, it must have been one of the canceled ones. I remember getting ready. I remember getting dressed. I remember the whole time, I don't want to go. I'm so nervous. Like, what if it goes wrong? Like, what if this happens? I get so fucking anxious for a date. Because every single date I go to, and I know I shouldn't think this. I know it's stupid for me to think this. But I always do think, what if this is the first date of, forever? And I know that's stupid. And it maybe not even forever, but like first date of a while, like maybe this is the first date of a relationship. And I just don't even know, And so all of that anxiety is just sitting on top of me as I'm blending in my blush and I'm putting in my lip gloss. And at the end, I look like a very pretty, like scared doll. And I just wait, Okay, he's going to text me now. And then you get no text. Or you get something about my mother. Everyone loves bringing up the mother as an excuse. Whatever. And you're all dolled up for nothing. And it's pretty getting ready, but that wasn't even a fun getting ready experience because, nothing happened. And I think I did cry. I was like, why does this keep happening? And then since then, I just haven't been on a date. So that happened like 3 or 4 times in a row, probably 3 times in a row. And I was like, there's not even a point in me still trying anymore. And that's when I finally decided. I deleted Tinder, and I just said, whatever happens, happens. And I was hoping I was going to bump into someone. No one bumped into me. I download Tinder again. I match with this guy. I'm talking to him a little bit. And then I go back on his Tinder profile to be like, what do I like about him again? And I remember that he said he just wants to fuck. And I'm like, never mind. Because on Tinder it can say what you're looking for. And he's looking for, something casual. Or something fun. It was either fun or casual. And I was like, never mind. never mind. I don't feel like doing this. I have no interest of exchanging my body to hopefully get love in the end. Because I know some relationships start with sex. I get it. It's not going to happen for me. I just have no interest in it. And now we're here today. And today's like the 20th or the 19th or the 18th. It's the 19th. Yeah, it's the 19th. And I have deleted my Tinder account. Not the app, the account. I've deleted my Bumble account. I've deleted my Hinge account. Back in Thanksgiving, like the weekend of Thanksgiving or something. Now, technically, that's when I deleted Tinder. I had to re-download Hinge and Bumble recently to delete them because I was like, I think they still got my data. So I probably deleted that. But it sucks. Low-key. Because now I have to go everywhere. And I have to be like, I'm not looking for anything. And I've told my friends, like one of my friends, she just got in a relationship. Not just, but they've been together for maybe 8 months or something now. And she was telling me about it. And that's when I told her, I don't think I've been on a date this year, you know, which was so embarrassing because I didn't realize that until I was talking to her about my yearly review. And she was saying, well, I hope you find someone. Like, you're going to find someone. And I'm like, please don't hope that on me because it's so embarrassing to have to be hoped on. Like, maybe I'm not looking anymore. Maybe I've decided to not worth it. Maybe this is my decision to be single. Because when you say, I hope something happens for you, it's like I have no choice of being here, you know? Maybe I'm choosing to be single. And that's where I'm at now. I'm forcing myself every 5 seconds to be like, you are happy to be single. And it's just not true. Because you go out with your friends, or you do this, or you do that, and you come home, and it's just you again. And you have no one to do a cute little text, and you have no plans to go on a date later, and it's just whatever. And I take myself out, just so you know. I dress up for myself. I do all the whole self-love bullshit. But, you know, I cannot be two people at once. So I cannot be myself and also be my lover, you know? And that's where we're left at. I would love to one day not be single. And for other people that has also been single like their whole lives, you know, I'm not here to give you some stupid shit. Stupid fucking advice. I'm sure you love yourself. If you don't know self-love is important, now you know. Do you now know that self-love is important? Great. Do the Tinders. Be safe on Tinder. But just know it is Tinder at the end of the day. Maybe you'll find someone in real life. I don't know. Does that still happen? Do people meet one another in real life? I would say, you know, just continue to be out there. Don't stop yourself from meeting new people. Because that's what I do. I'm not looking, but I try to be outside. I try to talk to new people. And more than anything, if I have a question to a guy, to somebody I'm dating, I ask it. I don't beat around the bush. I don't wait to hopefully hear what they want to say to me. I don't look for a lie. I just ask them. Like the guy, I said, do you like me? He said no. He said it in whatever stupid way he wanted to say it. But that answer is a no. Okay? And now I decided, okay, either I'm the type of person that goes after a guy that doesn't like me, or I move on. And I had to do the whole moving on and not saying I like it. Not saying sometimes I don't go back and be like, hey, you up? And he'll say, no, I'm sleeping. Low-key, that did happen, low-key. But that's a whole different story. It's not even a funny story. I mentioned it. It's when I was in Atlanta. And nothing came out of anything. So get away. Okay. And, you know, at the end of the day, if you can't find a person to love you, adopt a pet. Because they love you no matter what. Well, they love you as long as you feed them. Like Lamb, he doesn't care if I don't feed him. Isn't that true? Look at him trying to get away from me. Okay, okay. Lamb, here you go. Here. He just wants one french fries. I can give him one french fry. And now he's going to run away and eat the french fry. Yeah. Okay, he's a spoiled cat. He doesn't always eat french fries. I know they're so bad for him. But they're bad for me too. And I eat them and I am literally okay.